Hello, everyone, and welcome to our second webinar for private operators. We are so excited to have you all here today, and I promise we do have some really exciting things coming your way. I'm going to give it couple more seconds while people are joining and just getting settled in. But in the meantime, we can all get active in the chat and share where everyone is tuning in from today. I personally am tuning in from the very sunny and hot Arizona, and today is my last day working before I do tie the knot here next week. So the stress is definitely on, but the warm weather and the sun definitely does help. It makes everything better. Before we kick things off and get into the real content today, the reason you are all here, I do want to quickly introduce myself and just catch you up to speed on who I am. If you don't already know, my name is Sydney and I'm a marketing manager here on the Offstreet team. I've been with Offstreet for just over 3 years now and have spent most of my time working closely with private operators. So I can see some names in the chat and the attendee list, so it's nice to see those friendly names. Our Offstreet bot is going to put up a quick poll on the screen. I personally just want to know if you could add one feature to Offstreet, what would it be? I'll give you guys a couple minutes to answer that, but while doing so, I'll just put in a quick reminder that if you are going to send anything in the chat today, just make sure you send it to everyone and not just panelists. That way, everyone can stay up to date and see what's going on. We do have, I feel like I've mentioned this before, but the webinar today is very exciting. We will be sharing our product roadmap for the rest of 2025. If you do have any questions that come up during this webinar about anything we discuss or any questions that you just have, please drop them in the Q&A feature and we'll make sure that they get answered at the end of the session. Of course, it's not just me here today with you all. I do have somebody super exciting to introduce, and I think this might be his third or fourth webinar he's done with Offstreet, and he's definitely no stranger to the spotlight. So help me welcome Levi, our VP of Product. Levi
Hello.
is Hi, Levi.
Hi, Sid.
He's the big picture strategist guiding Offstreet into an exciting rest of 2025. He is the mastermind behind some of the biggest upgrades to our features. He's making sure all of the puzzle pieces fit together seamlessly, and we're thrilled to have him here to share some really big ideas and maybe even some bigger reveals. So let's give him a virtual round of applause.
Yeah, thanks. No, super fun. I love doing these. Our marketing team makes this so easy, Sid and Kyle. So, yeah, thrilled. This one's fun for many reasons, but one is it's cool to get a chance to just dialogue with the operators more. And yeah, would very much love to keep this conversational. So as we go through, if people have questions and comments and thumbs up, thumbs down, yeah, I'd just love to hear it. So looking forward to it.
Perfect. Yeah, that's awesome. I do think we can get right into the good stuff, why people are all here. So, Levi, could you please walk us through some of the key features of the 2025 product roadmap?
I definitely can. Yeah, let's jump right in. I'm gonna share my screen. Hopefully this is working for everyone. Oh, give me one moment. Okay, cool. You do see my roadmap, right? Just want to
We
confirm.
see a
Awesome.
roadmap.
Very cool. So yeah, so we're not going to go through every item here today. Just for those that don't know, we do have an external facing roadmap, which is kind of what you're seeing here. And this roadmap is publicly accessible, so you can see in real time as you scroll through. You can see like what we released in May and what's coming up in August and whatnot. So there's going to be a link at the end. I think it's a QR code that Sydney has that you can click and go through it any time you want. We do our best really at Offstreet as a product team to have like a really solid 3 month roadmap of exactly what we're doing and really be transparent about when those are coming live. And I think a lot of what we're going to do today is talking about that kind of 3 months. But you can still see our 3 to 12 months. And as you go through this, whether it's in this call or later, if you have any questions or comments or want to move something up or would like to see something move down, that feedback is super valuable because we're learning more and more about people like me who have been in parking for a year, learning more about it, but not experts. You're the experts. We want to build this both with you and for you. So yeah, just let us know anytime. But yeah, let's jump into what we will share. Um, Okay, so we have about 8 of these that we're going to share today. And if you want us again go deeper on them, please let us know. So starting off, let's start with branding. So this feature actually went live in June, so just a month or so ago. And so if you've used this, awesome. You can let us know. If you haven't, then this will be new for you. One of the things that think is really important is we want the parkers to have a good experience. And part of having a good experience is consistency. And if you have signage that says, let's say you're in park or whatnot, that should be reflected in the website as well. So before this feature, we could actually like hard code things in our product and you could put your logo in various places, but now this is actually live and you can do it yourself, which is cool. We're still here to help if you need it. But there's a section called branding in the left-hand navigation you can follow yourself through. And in this, you can upload your logo. So in this case, the University of Mars. You can upload your fave icon. You can actually change colors. So if you don't want Offstreet green, you can use orange or whatever color that you really want. Ultimately, it's about creating that real consistent experience. And you'll see it's kind of a theme of our team is, we are always here to help you, but for something like this, you should be able to do it yourself. And really, you can make that parking portal look very much like yours, which is really cool. So feel free to check that out if you haven't. This one is live. Moving to one that is upcoming that I think a lot of people have requested. I know our support team has actually requested this a lot. We're calling it the QR code generator. So for those in the chat, if you have ever wanted to create a QR code so you can print it, put it on signage, send it via email, whatever you do. Historically it was kind of challenging. You had to reach out to our support team, our account management team, and they would kind of get it for you and send it. But with this feature that's coming out in September, you can actually do it yourself. And we're thinking about this in two ways. One is, when you're creating a tenant, let's say when you're creating a new location, as soon as you create that, we're going to prompt you and say, like, do you want a QR code for this? So you can kind of get it proactively. But you can also do it kind of more reactively, where if you have a bunch of locations and you just want QR codes for everyone, you can actually just kind of check the box and click download, and it's going to download all these QR codes for you. And you can kind of go about your way. And we're actually even discussing maybe adding some templates to this as well. So if you want, you create QR code and you want to have some text associated to it, we're looking at that as well. So as this comes out, let us know how it goes. If you want some additional features, functionality on top of it, let us know because we are talking about those. I'm not sure if people are requesting this one or not. I think they are, based on a few conversations I've had. We're calling it SMS notifications. If you ask my mom, she calls them text messages. I was telling her about this. She's like, I don't know what SMS means. I was like, oh, it's a text message, mom. So text messages are coming out. What this is for expiry instructions. So when you have someone that gets a permit or purchases a permit and that's about to expire, right now, if there's 15 minutes left before the expiry, you can actually send out an email expiry instruction. And with this, you can actually now send it via SMS. And I mean, this is cool for a lot of reasons. I think the open rate on emails for transactional based emails is about 25%. For me, it's like zero because I don't get notifications via email. But for text message, it's actually 98%. So people are 98% chance they're going to open it, probably because they're OCD like me and they see the red dot and they want to get rid of it. Um, and also we think this is going to be really impactful because though the user still has to opt in to receive SMS notifications with their phone number, in our research, 76% of people actually opt into important transactional based emails, which this would count as one of those. So we think a lot of people are going to opt in, and we think those that opt in, they're going to open it, which leaves a lot of really important reasons. One, they're less likely to have an issue and issue a citation or cause an issue. But two, if you have like a paid permit that you want to link to extend session, they're way more likely to click on this now and purchase. So hopefully it has a big revenue implication for you as well. Real quick on this one, if you've heard us talk about roadmap at all, something we're really looking at is parks integrations. So this either matters to you or it doesn't, depending if you have gated lots. But if you do have gated lots, one thing we are launching right now in beta is an integration with TIBA, and we're launching that to general availability later in the fall. And really what it is that same permit flow experience that the parker is used to. You basically have a check if gate, show QR code, and then they scan that QR code at the gate, or it's LPR, lifts the arm, and then when they leave, that raises as well. So this is again either important to you or not. We're trying to figure out which gate to integrate with next. So if you have a gate and you would like us to look at an integration, please let us know. It's kind of a volume, a numbers volume thing. Like what we're gonna look at next to be determined. But again, TIBA is there now, and it's going to be in the fall. So if you have TIBA, that's great news. But we're trying to prioritize more of these. On the surface, this one may seem like simple, but it's actually really impactful. We're calling this complex permits made simple. So for any of you who have created a rule, a parking rule in Offstreet, the feature is probably called registration settings. Uh, it's two things. One, it's very flexible. Like you can add any rule you want, start time, end time, immediate start time, codes, lots of different things. But with a lot of flexibility, sometimes simplicity comes at a cost. And we've heard feedback that like, I'm not sure what this rule does, or like, does this make sense? Is this going to give me what I need? Even, the head of product, I still struggle sometimes with, is that the rule I want? And what's cool is we actually built a prototype of a new flow to create rules in Offstreet, and we tested it with some customers and can confirm it's a lot simpler and a lot more straightforward. So this is just a simple screenshot here, but I like to call this, I like Lego, so I call it building Lego blocks. So when you're creating a rule in Offstreet in the near future, when you click, it's going to start you like a question. Do you have a date, time? Okay, what rule do you want to add next? And it'll give you some prompts. And whatever rule you select, there could be some sub rules. And you're going to see yourself build this permit kind of left to right as it goes. You're going to have much more confidence on what you've actually built, which ultimately we hope is more accurate and gets you in and out of Offstreet faster. We like to think of ourselves as a productivity tool. We don't need you to be in Offstreet all the time. We want to have you focus on parking. So this will get you in and out of Offstreet faster and more accurate. And even if you still want our account management team to do it for you, it helps them do their job faster. So yeah, we're pretty excited about this. You'll see this start to roll out throughout the fall, and over time, it's going to replace registration settings. So stay tuned on this one. A couple related to reporting for those that care about reports, which again, some people very, very much do, and some less so. We added this new reporting feature a few months ago. I think it was Q2, maybe Q1. And and what it allows you to do for those that haven't tried it yet is it allows you to uh, generate a report, like create a report, and it can be for permits, for revenue, for registrations, permits. And you can then save the report, and then you can actually schedule it to get sent to yourself or to someone in finance, whatever it may be. And it's been very well received. But we realized not everyone had access to this. So we're actually expanding access to this so more people have access to this reporting feature. And we're actually thinking about adding more report types as well. So as September approaches here and a little bit into the fall, we're going to have some more functionality around this. So again, we're a productivity tool in a way. You don't need to be in Offstreet doing all the things. If you just want that report sent to your email or sent on your behalf, you can do that without logging in. You just got to do it once. Along the same lines with the reporting, if you may have seen this, we have a new home screen, a new dashboard that we launched a few months ago. And here's a sample screenshot of what this looks like. And really what this is meant to be is a snapshot in time of your operations. So how many permits, how much revenue, how many lots are used, et cetera. And this has been very well received. And it's also come with a lot of, hey, can you do this? Which is awesome. And the biggest, hey, can you do this is, can you drill down to my location level? So if you as an operator, you're managing like a specific location, you're now going to be able to see very like a quick high level insight of the revenue performance, permits, all that information, everything you can expect to see from the dashboard, just drill down to your individual lot, which is hoping to give you some actionable insights on how to optimize and just kind of carry out your business. So again, coming out in the fall of 2025. And maybe we'll just do one more, Sid. I know we were trying to tailor this to operators. Uh, Customer invoices, we're calling this. And actually, this is a project I'm personally taking on that I'm pretty excited about. I was talking to Emma on our team, and she was telling us a story about how a customer was like logging into Offstreet to run a report. They create a report, download the report, and then they print the report, then upload the report into a different software, then generate an invoice, and then send the invoice. And I was like, that's like 6 or 7 steps. Like it's pretty nuts. And then we said, well, why don't we just do this in Offstreet? And so what we're going to do is you can actually in Offstreet, don't fully know what this is going to look like yet, but you can imagine that same mechanism you're using to download and run a report, you can just convert that to an invoice right in Offstreet and send it to your customers, which again, hopefully will speed things up. It's like 2 steps instead of 6 or 7. But also maybe you don't even need different software for certain things. So I think this will lead to a lot of future iterations. I see some comments in the chat. Yeah, I would love to just hear more feedback on how you would like this built. We're doing discovery right now, again, me personally. So if you want to chat about this, happy to. So yeah, so Sid, those are some of the big things that we have coming out in the
Aw-
fall.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for sharing all that. I really see some features on there that I particularly am excited about, but watching everybody's emoji reactions in the Zoom, it seems like everybody else is pretty excited too. I guess I'm going to put you on the spot here. Out of all of the features we just discussed, which one are you really excited about?
Uh, that's tough. That's like asking your favorite kid. I feel like I have two. Um, I do have no, I don't have a favorite. Um, I think as a product team, we're always looking to release things that just have the most impact. So it's like, what problems can we solve the most with certain features? So, I mean, we have a bunch of people here. I'd love to just learn like what's of interest to them the most. Maybe we could even jump into demo a little bit and I can dive deeper on any of them if they really wanted. So maybe we can ask a poll and just see what they think.
Yeah, I definitely can do that. Okay, I will put a poll up on the screen, and we can just see what features anybody here wants to see demoed right now. We can kind of count all of them and see what the response is. So I'll give it a couple seconds and we'll see which ones come in. Wow, the highlighted one that's blue so far, everybody wants to see SMS notifications so far. Oh, we got one QR code generator, but it looks
Okay.
like SMS is winning by 85% so far. It looks like we have a couple more coming in, but it's nice to see the reaction to all of them. Each one right now has a response, so that's awesome for us to see. At least we know we're doing something right. But wrapping up, I think SMS notifications is the highest one here.
Okay. It's funny, Sid. It's almost like we thought that would happen and
I
almost like we prepared for it.
I think so. And it's pretty exciting, Levi. Do you think you could give me a drum roll, please?
A drum roll.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try and I don't know if you're gonna hear this. Can you hear that?
No, no, I can't hear it. So I might need you
I
to
can't roll my R's.
Yeah, you might need to work on your drum roll abilities, but I can announce that SMS is officially live right now. You all have access to it. We really appreciate you operators, and we wanted to launch this to all of you first. Honestly, I couldn't keep it in any longer. I think all of the account managers are feeling the same. We're very excited about it. So, yeah, SMS is officially live. But people do want to see the demo for the SMS. So why don't we get into that and show them actually what it's going to look like? I'll
Let's do
introduce.
it. Go
Perfect.
ahead. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, I'm going to introduce a quite common use case that we see for private operators, and I just love to see how it works in Offstreet, how we can do it with the SMS notifications. So I own a strip mall, and in my contract with all my tenants is that their parkers receive 2 hours of free parking, but they need to be notified via SMS upon expiry. Can you show me what that process would look like through an expiry notification in Offstreet?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's jump back in here. Let's do this. Okay, so yeah, again, it's like we almost thought this was going to happen. So I have a strip mall already set up, Sid,
Wow.
right? I've actually configured a 2 hour rule. So yeah, we're gonna jump in. So just I'm only gonna be in the admin dashboard for a second. I'm gonna jump to what the Parker will see because that illustrates the SMS functionality the most. Um, but if you have seen this, great. If you haven't, we have 3 sets of instructions that you can send to your customers when they're getting their permit. So the first one is pre-registration instructions. So like, what are you going to send before? There's registration confirmations instructions, which is like, what are you going to send after they purchase the permit? And then there's this section for expiring soon. So that nothing new yet, but there's this slash SMS instructions. And so now you can send this via SMS. There's a different part of the product that you just enable this. It's really simple. I won't demo that. But in this demo, you'll see your parking is about to expire. Please visit. And I put a link in there to re-get a permit or extend your permit to extend your session. So that's what that looks like. So I've already kind of set that up. So I'm going to just one moment. Move you out of the way. Let's do this. So now I am at the strip mall, and Sid really likes Starbucks. Quick story on that. We were flying a month or so ago, and it's like really early in the morning. We're in the airport, and I go, "Hey, I'm gonna get a coffee. Do you want a cup of coffee?" She goes, "Yeah, I'd like a extra large double double cafe macchiato single shot. Just like the most complex order you've ever seen." I couldn't believe it. I'm just like a regular black coffee guy. So yeah, she does like her coffee.
It was just a latte, everyone. He's just being dramatic.
It was an iced latte.
It was.
Okay, so anyway, so we're at Starbucks here, and again, most people are going to do this on their mobile phone, so it's going to respond naturally. So I'm just going to enter a license plate randomly, and I'm going to click park. So parking confirmed, again, off street, really lightweight, really easy. And the new thing that's added here is you can see send me a text reminder. So again, the user has to opt into this. So I'm gonna just put my phone number in. Don't spam me. That's my real number. I like dad jokes though, if you want to send a dad joke. And you click schedule, and you see we'll text you a reminder 15 minutes before your parking expires. Now I'm gonna stop sharing so I can show on my phone here real quick. I set this up last night because obviously I'm not going to get a 1 minute reminder. And you can see in real time, you're going to get a text message 15 minutes before it expires. Looks like that. And you can click on it. And yeah, the link's there and everything. So it's that simple. The user just has to opt in. Again, we think about 76% of people are going to opt into this based on our research. So it should be quite high.
That's awesome. Yes, I do love my iced lattes. I did pick one up from Starbucks this morning to get prepped for this webinar. But that's awesome. It's so exciting to see that SMS messages will be sent to Parkers. I personally know that I do get this or the notification to my email, but I'm not usually checking my email, but I'm always checking my messages. So it's awesome. It's going to save a lot of headaches and honestly, maybe even some citations. So Levi, what if we wanted to provide the option for parkers to pay and stay longer? Can we add a payments piece in here?
Yeah, absolutely. So actually, if you recall in that one instructions, I put a link, and I actually did link that to a paid setting. So imagine the scenario like you have 2 hours free for your tenant, and then you want to re-up to go after. So like again, I have a bunch of text messages here because I've been playing with it. But if I click one of these links, right, all it's going to do is pull me back up. So I got a reminder you're about to expire. I pull it back up, and it's going to pull me back to that. I'm not going to demo on my phone, obviously, because that looks quite small. So I'll just demo what this would look like. So what I would have done on my phone then, right? I'm going to register my license plate one more time, and then click next. And here, now this is a paid option. So how long do I want to stay? In this case, I'm going to stay maybe 2 more hours. At the bottom here, you can see how much it's going to cost. I set up $4 an hour. You can add a rate. This, for those that haven't done payments with us yet, this rate can be applied to the Parker, or it can be something you pay. You get the choice ultimately. I think in this case, I had the Parker pay for it. So I'm going to click next. And then we, again, are coming down and we're asking for their credit card. It's going to enter the old fake credit card. It's funny when we were testing this earlier, I put my real one in by accident because it's such a habit. And then we're going to click pay, and we're demoing in real time. So if this works, Riley gets a free coffee, and it did work. Okay, so parking's confirmed. And again, same function. If you want to get a reminder again, you simply just come in, you send a text reminder, you can enter your phone number, and you're off to the races. So a lot of people are going to opt into this, we think. A lot of people are going to open the message. And if that message has a paid link, again, it's going to hopefully lead to a lot of revenue and just a generally better experience both for parkers and for yourselves as operators.
Wow, you really made that look easy. Parkers are going to be excited about this. Operating teams are going to be excited about this. And kind of coming over to the payment side of things, there might be some people out there that are on the fence about adding payments to their parking. They might think, will this create more work for myself or for my team? It doesn't have to. Offstreet can now act as the merchant of record, meaning we'll handle all the heavy lifting for payments. This would include collecting and processing the payments, managing all disputes and chargebacks, providing fraud protection via Stripe, handling Parker transaction supports, and then managing the Stripe payouts and the refund behavior. So your team can stay focused on the operations, and then our team will just make sure payments are as simple for you and the Parkers. But enough of my shameless plug for Offstreet being the MOR. I think it's time we can hop into the Q&A and open the floor to any questions that we discussed today, any questions you might have about features, really whatever comes to mind. I think we have one already. This one's from Sabrina. I'll pass it to you, Levi. Can it be mandatory that clients enter their phone?
Yeah, that's an interesting thought, Sabrina. We'd have to look at that, and I know Imogen's who built this feature is in the chat. I think one of the considerations with phone number is what's it going to be used for. I think you can. I have to double check rules like Castle and whatnot, but I believe you can. So yeah, we can look at that. And if we did it, just like email, I didn't mention this, but when we entered the we built that Parks feature where you saw the QR code, it's actually mandatory that you enter your email, and that feature is now live everywhere. So it can be mandatory for email if a gate is there because we didn't want a QR code like going on a website and then they go to a different website and now it's lost. So I could see there potentially being that option. Yeah, we can definitely look at that. So it's an interesting thought.
Perfect. Okay, we got another one coming in from Olga. This one is referring to payments. Where will the revenue go? I'm assuming that's talking about either us being MOR or them being MOR.
Yeah, I think it depends, and Imogen, you can jump in here. Imogen's our payments expert. I think it depends if we're the merchant of record. I believe if we're the merchant of record, it comes to Offstreet, and then we just send an invoice once a month or whatever cadence we agree to. Versus if you like have your own Stripe account and you don't need us to be the merchant of record, it can go directly to yourselves. I think both are doable. It just depends on how we would set things up.
Perfect. We do have another question. This one is from Nick. He's wondering, what are your fees for payments? Right now, we do charge transactional based fees, but we will have your account manager reach out to you and have just a deeper discussion on what's included with payments and why the fees are structured the way they are.
Yeah, there shouldn't be anything surprising there, Nick. But again, reach out to your AM. They're happy to chat about it, but it'd be pretty standard. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, one more question. How can I get SMS set up for my locations?
Yeah, like this is live as of 27 minutes ago. So I think you just need to reach out to your AM and they'll switch it on for you. And it's really easy. You just need to, once it's set up for you, log in Offstreet, there's gonna be a toggle. You click, yeah, I want SMS notifications. And then that same instruction flow that I went through, if you want a location, you want an tenant, you just enter whatever instruction you want and you're good to go. It'll take you 5 minutes once it's set up.
Perfect. I'm not seeing any more questions come in. I'm assuming it's because we covered all of our bases and answered everything, but I'll add, as I always do, if more questions do come up or something comes up at a later date, always feel free to reach out to your account manager. Before I hop into my wrap up, we do have one more question. Is there a charge to the customer for SMS from Brian?
Yeah, good question, Brian. I think we're still figuring it out, but it's free for at least the next 3 months. Our intention is ideally to keep it free even longer, but we just want to see usage. So we're not charging anything right now. So feel free to jump right in and start sending them right now. And then if you're interested in what potential pricing could be if usage gets really high, definitely a great conversation with your AM.
Perfect. Okay. I am going to pop up one last poll on the screen. If anyone would like more information or would like a call set up with their account manager to optimize their locations, just answer the poll and I'll make sure that your account manager reaches out to you directly. I'm also going to share my contact information on the screen. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I can also share Levi's email if you want to ask him questions about features or hop on a call. But additionally, there will be a QR code on the screen. Feel free to scan it to view our product roadmap and then take a look at the other features that are coming your way. You might see something that you're interested in that we didn't talk about, and you can chat with your account manager about that. I am going to give a huge shout out to Levi for everything he does behind the scenes to make Offstreet's product the best it possibly can be. These features coming out are awesome. We have a great team, a full great team in the background that are working hard to get these features out for you. So I'm going to shout them out as well because we wouldn't be here without them. And Levi, thank you for crushing yet another webinar. Keep your
Thanks for having me. Yeah,
eye.
thanks for having me. Just yeah, I have to specifically call out Imogen, Patrick, Taylor, and Riley for building this SMS feature. They worked really hard on it, and we were rushing to get it out live for everyone today. So thanks, and thank you everyone for joining. Reach out anytime.
Yeah, we really are grateful for the whole Offstreet team. And then, of course, for all the operators and all of you guys out there that guide our product to be the best it possibly can be. But keep your eyes peeled for more information when we have our next webinar. But for now, enjoy the rest of your day and we'll see you later.